The NFL draft was this past week. Did the Giants and the Jets make the right moves?
Sports media is going through a lot of changes. What does this mean for the future of the industry?
Who will win the NBA Finals and who will win the Hart Trophy? Since our member series will be on hiatus during the summer, Anna and I will predict the outcomes of all major sports events and awards taking place before the fall.
And our special editions of Woohoo, Whoops, Kiss, Commit, Ghost. I'm Anna Classa.
And I'm Roseanne Sapia. Welcome to the season finale of Going for the Three.
All right, let's start with the NFL draft.
Yes. Okay, so you're our draft person.
Draft guru.
Yeah. So what do you think about the Jets moves? Because I know you love the Jets. Do you like them?
I liked it. At first, I was like, they went with another defensive. They drafted safety Jamal Adams from LSU, and he's actually one of like the sure things in the draft that everyone's like he's going to be good in the NFL besides the number one pick. So I agree with it. We needed secondary, we needed defense, but we always go defense. So I was a little disappointed that we didn't go with like a tight end or a running back, Christian McCaffrey, even though we don't need him. He's not
McCaffrey.
like we don't need him. But I was a little disappointed that we didn't go offense. But it was just like it's a deep draft, so it's okay. But like we always go defense. But we needed it. I agree. He's a very good pick. He's gonna fit in well, and he came with this really nice suit. I'm like, this dude is gonna thrive in New York. And he was crying when he got drafted. I was like, that's sweet.
Cute.
And so I agree with it. Then we drafted another safety in the second round. I think all our draft picks were solid. We drafted a wide receiver or tight end. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So I was happy with the Jets draft. They like to stock up on players, so I thought that was good. And hopefully they all work out.
Yeah.
We always have busts. And then the Giants, they drafted I don't even know, Engram something, I don't even know. A tight end.
Okay.
I don't know his name, okay? But that wasn't their number one need. I know fans were disappointed because they really have a crappy offensive line and they really need to improve that. But they're confident in the guys they have, so they didn't have a terrible draft. They drafted a quarterback that they hope might be Eli's replacement. Don't think the guy's going to be that great. They're going to have to wait until he retires, and they stink to probably get a good Eli replacement. But I think the Giants will be fine next season. The Jets, they're going to be mediocre again, which is kind of annoying because I want them to tank to get a quarterback. But overall, it was a pretty decent draft. I can't complain.
Yeah. What I love about the draft is seeing the stories behind it. Like when the kids grow up, being a fan of the team and they get drafted. Because I know the Packers drafted a kid, grew up in Wisconsin, went to the University of Wisconsin. Now he's on the team. I think that's so cute. And you grow up rooting for a team, and now it's wow, I'm fulfilling my dream. I love stories like that. I think that's the best part about the draft. Not necessarily who fixed what, but it's more of wow, these kids are fulfilling their dreams. It's amazing.
That's why it's so emotional and it's sweet. They're I've been dreaming about this, and some of them have had hard lives.
Yeah.
I know some people are homeless, and then they one football player got a house built by a former NFL player and a charity, and now he's got drafted. So
yeah, stories are amazing.
Nice.
So now, what do you think about what's happening in our industry, the industry we want to go into?
Well, it's kind of not disappointing, but disheartening for us because we're oh no, this is what we want to go into.
Exactly.
But I think just media in general is changing, and everything is more focused online.
Definitely.
And I think that all these networks need to really start with their online content and their social media and have fun things on social media. For instance, E! News does very good on their social media. I mean, they're entertainment, but they do good. They have little shows and they have people doing that. And so I think sports needs to adapt and do that.
Definitely.
And I also think people really respond, especially when it comes to politics, they respond to the comedian, the satire. So sports needs to start going in that way too.
Exactly.
Make it less serious. Come on, this is sports. It's not that serious.
Really.
Oh my God, this is so great. I'm this is entertainment.
Yeah.
It should be fun. It shouldn't be so serious. You're in a suit and your tie, and you're
I know.
Have some fun. This is why Stephen A. Smith is entertaining because he's having fun. He's arguing.
I know. And now again, with these playoffs, the NBA playoffs, the reporters' questions are just they're so dumb, honestly. And that's why it bothers me. It's why do you ask a question you know the answer to already?
Yeah.
As soon as you lose a game, you're gonna ask, oh, where do you think you'll be playing next season? Do you think that's what's on his mind right now?
I know.
And it's
what
are you hoping for a Game 7? And Chris Paul's no, I'm hoping we're gonna lose. What do you think he's gonna say?
Do a little research and think a little bit. Think outside of the box. It's really not that hard to ask questions that not everyone asks. how would you feel like once you lost the game?
It's like, well,
obviously
how do you
disappointed.
think? Like, that's what really bothers me. And it's like, that's what I hope, like, that
they
will
need to
change.
actually watch the game and like.
Exactly. And like, don't ask, if you know the answer, don't ask the question, because you're just going to upset the athletes. And you need them. Like,
Yeah.
or else you don't
That's
have
why
a
they
job.
don't like talking to media. So
Exactly.
definitely media needs a little bit of a facelift.
Yeah.
And they need to adapt.
Definitely.
Especially ESPN was so boring. I'm not surprised they had to fire
I know.
people.
But it's just ridiculous. Like, they fired in bulk. Like,
They fired so many
literally,
hockey reporters. It's like,
yeah,
really?
they just like knocked out. It's like,
Hockey,
what are you
like
doing?
soccer, like bye.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be all sports, not just your NBA and your NFL.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. And I feel like they do like pick and choose the sports
Yeah.
that they like. Like baseball hardly gets coverage on that network. Hockey hardly gets coverage. So it's like,
Ridiculous.
yeah.
It's like I can only watch so many basketball and football shows before I go
I
crazy.
know.
And
So, predictions. Okay, so the first thing that's going to happen, I think the NHL playoffs will end first.
Okay.
So who do you think will win the Stanley Cup?
Well, it depends. So if Sidney Crosby is not seriously injured with
Which
too
I'm
badly with this
hoping.
concussion, I say Penguins in the Stanley Cup against Edmonton. Penguins hopefully win because they're better.
Yeah.
But if the Penguins don't, I'm not even gonna go. It's not gonna be. It'll be Edmonton.
Okay, I'm
Not
agreeing
saying
with
like
you.
if the Penguins aren't in it, Edmonton's in it. Like Edmonton will win if they're playing a different team.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Not
Okay,
saying
all right, that makes sense.
Not saying they're both gonna win. Sorry, had to clarify
Yeah,
that because
yeah.
it's not gonna. The only East team I think that's good enough is the Penguins.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Hart Trophy. I want Crosby to get it.
Me too.
And I think he deserves it, but Connor McDavid might come out with
Okay.
it. But was it McDavid? Yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm Crosby.
Yeah,
I'd say
I'm Crosby too. All
So
right.
NBA.
So, NBA. I would love, all right, here's my bold prediction. Celtics are going to win the finals.
Okay.
I would love, I just think Isaiah Thomas right now has like the whole NBA world behind him. And just seeing, after he like lost that tooth in the game the other night and like came back and won the game, like I just think he has so much momentum that he'll win. And I want to see somebody new. I don't want LeBron versus Steph, like round 3. Like I want to see the Celtics win it.
I say Golden State.
Yeah, Golden State.
And then NBA MVP.
MVP, I think that goes to Russ, 100%.
Yeah,
You don't get like the triple-double record and not win. I know like James Harden's name's being thrown around, LeBron, Kawhi.
No,
Russ is getting that.
I agree with that. All right.
Yeah.
So now on to woohoo and whoops, and we have a
Yes.
special edition. So we're going to do our this week's, and we're going to do our favorite from
From
this
the whole
season.
season.
All right. So up first.
Let's see. Okay. We have NBA playoffs, Celtics at Bulls. Celtics' Gerald Green had some difficulty checking back into the game. The wrap he had around his knees refused to come off. He had such a hard time unwrapping himself. He had to wait to check in. Like
That was funny. I mean, it was a funny video because he was like running and then
Yeah,
it was
it's
like just kept
pulling.
coming.
It's like, no.
What they call him, a mummy?
Yeah, he's the mummy.
All right, Thursday, April 27th, Yoenis Cespedes limps off the field after re-aggravating his hamstring injury from a week ago. And that's placed him on the 10-day DL. I do not like
really
this picture. It makes me
unfortunate.
really upset.
I mean, it's
because-
like a great picture that totally captures the moment, but
I was
it's
upset watching
awful.
it.
Yeah.
We're injured enough. Come on.
Yeah, another team that lost
And like
half
he
their
just
team.
came back from like a little hamstring. He probably shouldn't have been in.
Yeah, absolutely not. Okay, so from Thursday, April 27th, Athletics at Angels. A's pitcher Kendall Graveman pulled off a rare feat for a pitcher. He turned an unassisted double play in the bottom of the 5th inning, but there are runners on first and third. Comebacker fielded it. Instead of throwing to first for the easy out, he chased the runner on third base back to third base, tagged him out, then jumped over that runner to tag out Cliff Pennington, who was trying to advance to third on the play. Why that was happening, I don't know. By the end of it all 3 of them were on the floor. I just think, like, props to him for making the play, but it's like, what the heck is going on here?
That was a sick video. Everyone should just watch the video because this picture does not do it justice.
No.
But it's funny because he's just like,
hilarious.
he's on the floor, he's done. All right, Tuesday, April 25th, the Blue Jays at Cardinals. What could be the most memorable moment in Major League Baseball this season began with a runner on first base for Jays' Kevin Pillar. With Chris Coughlin at first base, Pillar hit a fly ball that Cards' Steven Piscotty was unable to make a play on. With Coughlin heading home, Piscotty recovered the ball and fired it to home plate. He looks like Coughlin would be dead at the plate, but in an odd turn of events, he avoided Molina's tag by jumping over him and tumbling into home. The Jays went on to win that game in 6-5 extra innings. This was awesome.
This is like the best picture because you don't expect this to happen. Like, who in their right mind would jump over the catcher?
That was sick, and he was safe.
Yeah, thank God Yachty didn't stand up. If Yachty stood up,
Oh,
that
that
would have
would've been
ended
disaster.
absolutely terribly for both of them.
But that was awesome. I've never seen that before.
No. So, Thursday, April 27th, Utah's Garrett Bowles holds up his son Kingston after being selected 20th by the Denver Broncos in the first round of the NFL draft. This is
So
precious.
cute.
Like,
Oh,
this is
they
what I
did
love
adorable.
about the draft.
He was so cute. He was in a little like suit. I was
I
like, oh,
know.
it's precious. And Sky has had an interesting story. He had a rough life. He's a little older. He got kicked out of his house, and then I guess he moved in with his coaches, and his coach like whipped him back in shape. I think he was into drugs and everything.
Wow.
So now he's married and has a kid. So it's a very
such a
sweet
great
story. And so lastly, we have Thursday, April 27th, Braden Holtby looks back after being scored on by Pittsburgh's Sidney Crosby in the second period of Game 1 of Round 2 of the NHL playoffs. Pittsburgh won the game 3-2, giving them 1-0 series lead. This picture's awesome.
That's an amazing picture.
You have Holtby looking back, and then you have Crosby like
It's just,
faded in the
back there, and
background.
it's like, whoa, how do you
It's
score?
awesome. Such a Sidney Crosby picture, my favorite. So what is your woohoo moment? Well, whoops
Let's
of
do
the
whoops.
week.
Okay. My whoops is the double play turned by Kendall Graveman. That was just like hilarious. Because first of all, unassisted pitcher, like that's pretty incredible. Where the heck was your team? But then everybody's just like falling on the floor. It's like, do you not have any like, do you not know what's going on here? So I love that. How about
Mine
you?
is the Gerald Green with the.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that
was
was
just
hilarious.
silly.
Like these things that happened during the games.
And your woohoo.
Chris Coughlin jumping over Yachty, like how can it not be? That was like the play of the year. And
I agree.
Like, oh my God.
100%. That's my favorite. It was such a funny video. You're like, what? So your top woohoo of the season.
Top woohoo of the season. Wow, okay, this one's pretty easy, and I think you know exactly what I'm picking. When Devin Booker dropped 70.
Oh, of course.
That's definitely my woohoo moment. It's just a perfect picture. And prediction, he's totally gonna make it into woohoo
That's
next
good.
semester.
Probably.
How about you?
Mine is, of course, my favorite boy, Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
Scores on Sergei Bobrovsky. 2 Hart Trophy finalists. I just love when he scores. And that was an awesome picture. You see him actually scoring. And
Yeah.
Another iconic play off
Yeah.
picture. And your whoops.
Oh, and Kevin Love got hit in the face during warm-up.
That's my boy.
Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Kevin Love, but I think
That's
if
why
this
you
would have
liked
happened to anybody, I would like hysterically like. And JR in the background,
He's like,
the
"Ooh."
pictures like, oh.
Yeah. Mine is the swarm of bees on the Rockies Padres game.
Everybody
'cause
dropped.
I've always watched it. I'd be like, what the hell? Like,
It's
I've
what's
never
going
seen
on.
that before.
No.
That was hilarious.
It was really crazy. So
And-
now for our final game, Kiss Commit Ghost. So we picked our top 3 of the season. So the top 3 athletes that we featured on Kiss Commit Ghost this season. And we now have to pick who we Kiss Commit Ghost, so making it a little bit harder for ourselves.
Very hard. I couldn't even pick 3 finalists,
I
okay?
know.
So am I going first?
Yes, you can go first. So Anna's top 3. Heinrich Lundqvist, the New York Rangers, Chris Bryant, Chicago Cubs, and Eric Decker, New York Jets.
This is so hard.
I know.
I didn't even think about this. Wow.
I know.
Okay, maybe I would ghost Henrik.
Okay.
I would kiss Eric Decker, and I would commit to Chris Bryant, of course, because he's the youngest, and
Yeah.
he's still should leave his wife.
Okay, well, I agree with you on yours. Definitely committing to Chris Bryant. I love the man. Like, oh my God. Eric Decker, totally kiss him, and then Lundqvist. So
Exactly.
go on him.
So for your top 3, you had Buster Posey,
Yes.
Devin Booker, and Blake Griffin.
This is so
So hard
hard
for
because
you.
I would honestly I love all of them and I apologize to all of them. Like I hate picking between them. Oh my God. Okay, so I guess this is terrible. I think I'll have to ghost Buster Posey just because he's married with kids and like you know.
I mean,
That
Blake has
that
kids
has to
too.
be my rationale. Oh my God. I'll kiss Blake just because yeah, I have to kiss Blake. Kiss him, and then he just needs a really big hug right now. So, yeah. And then commit to Devin Booker. He's our age, so hey,
Exactly.
you never know.
That's what I did. The younger one that you can
yeah,
actually...
exactly. This is so hard.
Ooh, well, this is easy for me.
Oh, of course.
Oh, wait, no, this is actually kind of hard because I both don't like Blake or Devin.
Thanks.
Blake ghosts. Devin Booker, I'd kiss, and Buster Posey, I'd commit to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buster Posey's so cute.
I love him. Like, love of my life.
That's all we have for this semester.
Yes, so we'll be back in the fall with more memorable moments, hot topics, and games. But before we go, we wanted to thank our amazing crew for all their hard work during the semester and for really bringing this show to life. Yes, shout out Michael Walker. Thank you. So thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the fall.
It's been fun. So this has been
Going for the Three.